how often should you connect with these people?
Um, I'm going to keep it basic. Okay, so how often should we connect with these people? Well, you should be calling them 4 times a year. Okay, not texting them, not mailing them, not emailing them, but calling them 4 times a year. Now, I'm not saying there is no benefit in calling, texting, or emailing. There is major benefits. But if we were to put a percentile in terms of I generate business from my database, where does the largest percentage of it come from? Does it come from phone? Does it come from text, email, so on and so forth? It's probably going to be about 90, 95% of it is going to come from the phone. So for those of you that are going through emailing them, mailing them, and saying, well, I don't agree with that because I get business. Of course you do. These people like you, love you, and want to give you business. But there is what's called the rule of 10. And this rule of 10 is something that I will work on with all of my coaching clients. And I'll ask them, okay, so let's create that Excel spreadsheet. How many people do you have on there? Well, coach, I have about 250 people on there. Good. So you should be getting about 25 deals. That's the rule of 10. How many deals did you do last year from your database? I did 9. Good, that's great, but you didn't do 25. You have the opportunity to, going back to, doubling your business, and in some cases, even tripling your business. So we have to make sure that we are calling them 4 times a year, emailing them 4 times a year, mailing them 4 times a year. You can text them as well. That's the basic version. We can go into a mastery of that, but I want you to do that at least 4 times a year. And none of them are going to replace the phone calls because you have to call them 4 times a year.
So with the 4 times a year of the calls, the emails, the mailers, is it spread out where each month something different is happening?
Yeah, absolutely. So in that, I'm going to ask of you all to create what I call as a menu of topics. What's a menu of topics? You're going to be in a position where, like, you know, you're going to talk to your database about things along the line of interest rates, loan programs, law changes, benefits of a trust. You want to be able to give them some version of a value. So, in this menu of topics, as I ask of all of my clients to put this together, you're going to come up with 8, 10, 12 of these, but you're going to pick one. You're going to pick one topic and you're going to call 100% of these people. What I don't want you to do is go, okay, so with Loida, okay, I'm going to talk to her about interest rates. With Joe, maybe I should talk to him about the benefits of a trust. I don't want you to do that. I want you to pick one of your 8, 10, or 12 topics and call 100% of all the people in your database.
So with that being said, Tina is asking, what are some of the conversations you're having? So I want to do this, and we can keep it really short. Let's say the topic is interest rates, because people are seeing that on the news. Let's say you're reaching out to me. What could a conversation sound like?
Yeah, very simple. We have to remember these people are in rotation. I've called Loida 2, 3, 4 times. We've reconnected. Everything is on, on autopilot, and I'm now in a position where I'm giving her a call. So we're going to jump into a role play here real quick. So ring, ring.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Loida, hey, it's Robert, your realtor. How are you doing?
Hey, Robert, doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I want to see if I can borrow you for a few minutes to talk a little real estate.
Yeah, I have a meeting in like 10 minutes, but I have some time right now.
Awesome. I really appreciate that. I know you're a very busy woman, so let me get right to the point. So, Loida, what I'm doing is I'm calling all my friends, my family, and of course, great past clients like yourself, giving them an update in regards to the interest rates. Have you heard what's going on with the interest rates?
Yeah, I know that they have gone up a lot, since we bought our home about 4 years ago. And I mean, everything that I see on the news is just, crazy interest rates, home prices are high. So, yeah, that's what I've seen.
Yeah, I know. I think when you guys actually purchased, we were right around 3%, I think is with what we were. And I'm sure you'll also remember last year when it got all the way up to in the 8%. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that was nuts.
I know. And now we're right around 6.75, 7%, in that vicinity. But here's the worst part about this, Lloyd, is that there are whispers that there is a possibility of the interest rates going further up. I want to make sure I get this information out to all my friends and family before they do. Who do you know of that's in the market looking to buy, sell, or invest that needs to know this information before the interest rates continue to go further up?
You know what? My sister has been talking about buying a home. She would be a first time home buyer. So, I mean, I don't know if there's any type of like discounts or programs for her.
Got it. Okay. So here I would go into the rest of that for the sake of time.
Mhm.
I'll save it. Here I would basically go through, ask three questions. What is your sister looking for? Has she worked with a realtor? Has she worked with a lender? What areas is she looking to buy? Does she have a budget in mind? In creating the value with everyone. You gave me your sister as a potential lead. I'm going to ask three real estate questions. Any will do, and then I'm going to close with, let me give your sister a call. What's the best number for me to reach her at? We extract that. And then, of course, we go through and start to take the lead and move it forward. And that's very common. People don't realize how common that is. So let me add just a quick little value in regards to that here, as to why we do this, what ends up happening. Our friends and family are thinking about us all the time, and we hear it. Our friends and family are sitting there saying, you know what, Loida, I told my buddy about you. Okay, but he hasn't called me. Or how about this one? This is my favorite or least favorite. I gave out your business card. Anybody ever hear that? Okay. And it's like an omen. The moment that somebody gives out a business card, it's like automatic. That person is not going to end up doing business with us, and they end up, doing business with somebody else. So I tell people to put me in a group text. It's a little bit of a rough word, but I actually train my database to actually do this step. I would ask of you to to put your sister and myself in a group text, and then that way I can take it from there. Because now it creates a version of transparency. You'll see the frequency of me reaching out to your sister, and or for that matter, how about the people that ghost us? Now you'll see, your sister not responding. So it creates great transparency as well.
I love it. The group
Mhm,
text, make sure that you write that down because sometimes,
mhm.
especially even like, let's say I wanted to connect someone to my lender, instead of saying, hey, lender, reach out to this person because they said that they want to buy, I do the group message and now I can see if that person's actually responding to my lender versus just ghosting them.
Yeah,
And I feel like in a way, it also keeps that person accountable. Like if they say, yeah, go ahead and connect me, but then they don't respond, it's like, okay, well, why aren't you not responding when you told me that you were interested? So
yeah.
that's definitely something to keep in mind.